I'm at the hospital today, or so to speak, I'm out by the parking lot. I have appointment today for an MRI. My doctor, family doctor, seems to think that I might have something wrong with my knees, something I didn't anticipate, something I didn't realize, something I don't even feel, like it doesn't feel bad. Got my KZ10 Pro IEMs today, just listening to some music. And the point of this video, it's very unusual that I'm doing a selfie video out this way. The point of the video is to basically just explain the lack of content, the absence of content. Many of my friends have already asked me, like, hey, what's going on? We noticed some changes. Some friends have said that they were really excited for me. They seem to mirror my same enthusiasm and excitement and joy and anticipation and all those other positive things. All I'm gonna say is all of that anticipation is now dissolved. There won't be a review. There won't be further content. There won't be any explanation. I'm not explaining why. All I'm gonna confirm is that sometimes it's just not meant to be, and for whatever those reasons are, I just have to learn and adapt and move on, and that's what I'm planning on doing. I need to realize that my style isn't for everyone. Neither is everybody else. We all have a preference and a choice. So I learned a lesson. It's a lesson I should have learned the last 2 times. I'm making some changes both to my presentation, my channel, choices that I make going forward in terms of what I want to showcase, how I showcase, who I showcase with, what I showcase. There needs to be changes. I will admit that there needs to be changes. Things could have been different. They always could have gone differently. I have to admit where I'm not equipped or I'm not the best at something. If it seems like a fail, then it's a fail, and every failure is a learning opportunity. So that's what I'm going to say. So no, don't anticipate any kind of content. We'll just leave it at that. Whatever it is, you can judge whatever you want based on the absence. That should speak to the whole thing right there. So I won't be explaining or showcasing or nothing. Just we'll get past it and anticipate the next thing. So speaking of the next thing that I will be showcasing will be the proper SVS 2-channel 2.2 audio system, which will be the bookshelves and the subwoofers in the room. I will be moving my Arundel Towers out of the room to do the SVS demo. I know that online demos don't really showcase the sound of audio. God, it's not the point. People who think that that's why we do it, you're missing the point entirely. Of course it's not going to showcase the sound. I was talking with Elon and oh God, I don't even remember his name now. That's terrible of me. Anyways, there was a show last night how do online reviews and online sound clips or whatever really showcase the sound. And of course they don't. That's not the point. It's YouTube. We're here for entertainment, mostly. But here's an interesting thing. You can use the microphone or device that I'm using or is being used as a reference rather than to reality. Reality, as we all know, is way, 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 way different. Reality is unpredictable. Reality is the kind of thing you can't control, you can't manipulate, you can't change. Reality is a hard truth that punches you in the face, and you have to realize there's no changing that. The reality is just reality. Any attempt to change and manipulate reality is just a sign of preference, a bunch of other things, I guess. So that is what it is. Now, we're not saying that when I record or show clips, it's not like, hey, here's what it really sounds like. No. When I do an A/B demo, what the reference is my microphones and then your system playing back the sound. There will be a difference, but it won't represent what it really sounds like. You'll be able to tell, say, if it's higher or lower. I can confirm with some observations, that kind of thing. That's what's important. The referential differences are still important, but no, it never represents reality. So please don't come at me with stuff like that in my comments. Like, I know it doesn't represent how it really sounds. That's not the point. What can I tell you? If you want to know how it really sounds, go listen in person. Don't talk to me about it. I have nothing to do with your ability or inability to go and travel and listen. Go to Audio Advice Live in Raleigh. Where is it? Is it North Carolina or South Carolina? Raleigh? Is it? I don't even know where it is. Raleigh? Anyways, I don't remember the city. I don't remember the state even. I'm not from the US. This is Canada. There's no snow everywhere, but it's still Canada. So I'm going to try to figure things out. I'm going to rework my process. The best thing that I can do is be more clear with brands or anything. Like if I've bought something outright, then nobody gets to tell me anything. Like I see a lot of stuff going on with Golden Ear and a lot of people talking about how manufacturers are gagging people from saying stuff. That's the way it is everywhere. Every company, every brand, everybody, every person is trying to look like something they're not. That's the game. That's makeup is like that. Clothes is like that. Our ego is constantly trying to make us look like something to the world that we're not really. Dealing with reality is very, very difficult for people to do. Something is real, and if it's an undesired real that goes against the ideas of an image, then it's immediately changed or silenced or manipulated or controlled or turned into something else or twisted into something that's desirable. It's all about a plan, a scheme, a mask, something like that. It's all the same thing. So like I understand that agenda. I don't agree with it. I think that if something is real, something that really happens, there's a lot of integrity with dealing with what it is and then presenting it in a way that is accepting. If you accept reality and you learn and you show that you have an ability to adapt and roll with it, that says a lot more than trying to control your environment, trying to control the factors, trying to control things that are going on. So my style's different. I have a different way of presenting things. So I need to learn that not everybody's on that same level, and I need to be extremely blunt about how I do things, present that up front, or ask questions about how things ought to be done, because I don't want to quit per se. But I do need to give up this idea that it doesn't come without restrictions. It doesn't come without these schemes. It doesn't come without understanding what people's agendas are. I need to be more selective, more cautious, more discretion, I guess is a proper term. And yes, there's a level of professionalism there, but it goes in that same category of manipulating perception. Perception, they say, is reality. And if you can control public perception, you control a narrative or a reality around something. I don't agree with that. That's not my style. That's not how I do things. That's why I take one shot, unedited, unfiltered, unscripted. That's how I've always done my media. At this time, if somebody doesn't realize how I do things and I still get opportunities, I mean, what do you expect at that point, I guess, is beyond me. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, I realize that I'm not for everyone. I realize that I need to make some changes. I need to make some professional decisions. I need to appreciate the view. We have a storm coming in. I have to get back into the hospital in about an hour for my scan. Yeah, I just want to come in here and give everybody a bit of a heads up and say, hey, you know, shit happens and I'm willing to roll with it, but it means that I have to be more careful, more selective, more transparent, more upfront. There's a process, there's a procedure, there's a decorum, if you will, to lots of things. And I have my style and a lot of people have theirs. So this is just my way of saying, hey, you know, like, I acknowledge it. Maybe it looks like a mistake, maybe it looks like an error, maybe it looks like fault or blame or an accident or whatever you want to call it, label it. I don't think so. I don't see it that way. I see it as an opportunity to learn and to balance things and to adjust. And hopefully in the future, everything will go smoother. I gotta love life. Anyhow, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you for watching the update video. This is basically augmenting my timeline. I'm supposed to have the SVS out. Also, Orchard Audio amps. I've had those in-house for a while. I will be talking about those. I've recently seen comments about my Arundel Tower review. People say honest, like I'm not always honest if I put the word honest in my title. Like, oh, do you lie the rest of the time? Good job, man. That was the best comment of the week. Oh my God. So maybe I'll do another Arundel review and I'll call it Lies. Spot the lies. I'll say like 5 things that are true and I'll just sprinkle in 2 that are fake. And there'll be 7 things that you can sift through and you can try and tell if I'm telling the truth or not. And it should be a really good demonstration for how reviewers in videos can really just say anything and you have to just decide if you trust them. Because what's your reference? You can't tell if I'm telling you the truth. You don't know me, I don't know you. There's no reference for reality there. I mean, the guys doing the best work in reviews are Aaron and Amir and Gene and a couple other people that do measurements, Jay Ziagi, like, you know, like channels like that have measurements. They're reel to reel, like hard facts. And if it isn't something like visual or cosmetic or something else that can be like easily identified, you can't have some reviewer telling you what it sounds like, because honestly, it's lost in translation. The only thing that can really reveal it to you, like Andrew Robinson says, the only person that has to like your system is you. The only person that can hear your system the way you hear it is you. Nobody else can tell you what it sounds like. So it's all irrelevant. That's why I say this is all entertainment. It's entertainment, baby. Anyhow, I'm gonna get out of here. 13 minutes of our lives gone just like that. I'll see you in the next one. Please leave me your thoughts, comments, but don't ask me what happened. I'm not talking about it. We're gonna move forward. Let me know what else you want to see. How about that? All right, see you guys.